lost $100 million. Meg Sob as Lady C leaks Netflix follows Spotify to dump Sussexes. Nothing left to squeeze. Bad news keeps coming to the Sussexes after losing the contract with Dior and Spotify. Maybe Netflix will be the next thing they lose. Recently, Lady C shared that Netflix is also fed up with Sussexes and wants to do like Spotify and cancel their contract. It seems that the content related to the Sussexes is no longer profitable and of public interest. Meghan Markle's career would be in shatters if she loses another business deal. The Duchess of Sussex, who has recently been dropped by Spotify, is also expected to end her partnership with Netflix. Speaking about the rumors, journalist Damian Riley feels like the end of the road for the former star. Meanwhile, an insider suggests if the latter happens, Meghan would lose all her credibility in the business sector. An insider told The Sun, "The feeling is the lemon has been fully squeezed." He said, "It's hard not to feel a little sympathy for Meghan, not least because it feels like the end of the road, reputationally. First, she enraged large sections of the public in the UK with her antics, but then she left seemingly for the promise of being better understood and therefore more free in America. But history seems to be repeating itself. Now, increasingly, she's being openly mocked for what is perceived to be the grift swindle of monetizing and using for social advancement the supposed horrors of a life of unimaginable royal privilege. Netflix may be about to part ways from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, according to the claims of one royal commentator. On Friday, we reported the collapse of the £18 million podcast deal the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had with Spotify, as the couple claimed they had reached a mutual agreement to axe the contract after just one season of the show. The exclusive deal between Spotify and Harry and Meghan's production company Archwell Audio saw the streaming giant secure Markle's audio series Archetypes and was considered one of the biggest agreements in podcast history. GB News presenter Dan Wooten has now claimed that he's been told by a source that Netflix are now reconsidering their own deal with the Sussexes. As he spoke with the Clash segment of his nightly show, Wooten said his information came from an unnamed top Hollywood source. Wooten said, "Quote me on this. I'll be proven right with a few weeks, or just a few months. Netflix wants to follow Spotify out of the door and dump the Sussexes." Archetypes was axed after an output of just 12 episodes and a Christmas special in 31 months. On Saturday, we reported Bill Simmons, head of podcast innovation and monetization at Spotify, hit out at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as a result of the fractured deal and slammed the pair as grifters, claiming that Harry just whines about stuff and keeps getting interviews. Who cares? Who cares about his life? You weren't even the favorite son. Rumors had been circulating over the weekend that Meghan was set for a new job as the face of Dior, after the couple were spotted dressed in the brand on numerous occasions over the years. But earlier today, we reported Meghan is reportedly not in talks with Dior to sign a deal, according to sources who claim that there is no truth behind the rumors the Duchess will partner with the French fashion house. The Daily Telegraph's royal correspondent Victoria Ward tweeted on Monday, "The Duchess of Sussex is not in talks to sign a deal with Dior. They say there is no truth to the claims that she will partner with the French fashion house. They previously denied a deal between Harry and Dior was in the offing after he wore the label." On Dan Wooten's show, journalist Nina Myskoot stood up for the Sussexes, telling Dan, "You have no idea about the Netflix deal," and claiming the podcast and Netflix partnership are still successful.